Sarah from Average Betty here, and I'm making cheesy potato biscuits. You know the biscuits I'm talking about, the savory cheesy biscuits you can't stop stuffing into your pie hole while you're waiting for the server to bring out your entree, which then you can barely eat because you filled up on all those cheesy biscuits. Well, here's a great use for leftover mashed potatoes and a way to make irresistible cheesy potato biscuits in the comfort of your own home. To make mashed potatoes, peel and chop an Idaho russet into equal-sized pieces. Cover with water and add salt. Bring to a boil and cook until tender. I've drained the water from the potatoes, and this is butter, a little sour cream, a splash of cream, and a sprinkle of salt. Give this a good mash and allow them to cool before making the biscuits. And try not to eat them all. Now to make the biscuits. I've got a big bowl here, and this is all-purpose flour, salt, baking powder and baking soda, and sugar. Give this a stir. This is super cold butter that I'm going to cut in using my fingers. You can also use a pastry cutter. The key with biscuits is to have all of your ingredients really cold and to handle the dough as little as possible. Here are the super creamy and now cooled Idaho mashed potatoes. Use a fork to get this incorporated. You can also use your fingers, I'm just trying to keep you guessing. When your mixture looks about like this, add some shredded cheese. This is sharp cheddar, but a jalapeno jack would be awesome too. Get the cheese distributed throughout the dry mixture and make a well in the center. This is beaten egg and buttermilk. Carefully combine the wet ingredients into the dry, working the dough as little as possible. Seriously, think tender and flaky thoughts while you're making biscuit dough. It can be very sensitive. On a floured board, turn out the dough, which is going to be a little sticky, and it's okay. It's going to pick up more flour as you gently pat it into shape. Now get out your biscuit cutter. If you don't have a biscuit cutter, you can use this fancy device. An empty glass. So I've mentioned biscuit dough is sensitive, right? When you cut out the biscuits, you'll have taller, flakier biscuits if you push straight down and pull straight up. Don't twist the cutter, just straight up and down. If all of this sounds like too much drama, you can just spoon the batter into a greased muffin tin. This is a baking sheet I've lined with parchment for easier cleanup. Arrange the biscuits on the baking sheet and brush with a little buttermilk. Then, to indicate these are cheese biscuits, I like to sprinkle a few shreds of cheese on top. Pop these into a preheated oven, and you've got yourself some cheesy potato biscuits. Enjoy these tender biscuits all by themselves, with a comforting bowl of stew, or kick off the day with a cheesy potato breakfast biscuit. Get the cheesy potato biscuits recipe at averagebetty.com. I hope you'll give this recipe a try, and just remember, if you make a boatload of cheesy potato biscuits at home, know when to say when. Thanks for watching and subscribing. See you next time.
Cheesy potato biscuits.